always find a way, but history shouldn't consume you. Gizmo encourages that. You should forgive, but never forget. It'll provide some comfort to your soul and keep the memory of lost loved ones in your heart.
Fan that flame!
Beat out that spark before it starts.
It was so young, so fragile. It had so much to give.
Better to take it down now while you still can.
Fire catches. Eventually.
Would like to know if you ever doubt the choices you made on the path that brought you to this point. Would you have been happier going in a different direction? Supposes that's all any of us can do. Hard to believe the world is actually going to survive. Just seemed impossible till now. Grateful to you for coming back and doing your best to change things. You were the only chance they had. Wonders if you liked working with the Myriad. They always seemed so centered and so seeking. Figures everyone does. They seem unusually dedicated to finding them. But that's not important now. Gizmo says it's taken a long time to bring the past up to the present, and where you go from here is up to you. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Underyard as he has no protection against the vacuum in the dead zone. So you need to salvage scrap to upcycle the Mekton, starting with the old crate outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the Mekton strong enough to fight the Jumbo Puff. There are more crates from before the apocalypse left out in the wild. Easy to find if you keep an eye out. You should be able to gather enough scrap to upgrade the Mekton from them. There's short of breath and death to this zone. Better take care. He who half breathes, half lives. Looks like the switches need to be turned to match, so enough charge. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. That's the leftover you're looking for. Don't tip over. Biohazard like that can make you real sick. Feels like a monster's lair down here. He says that's enough to get the Mekton functional. You'll have an engine, a fuel soaker, a gun, and a gathering net, but no armor, nor enough oxygen supply. Something he devised to salvage valuables from the ground. There are usually spots hidden beneath puddles of oily goo where you can use the net. He's been working on another project for the Mekton, a cannon, but it needs ammunition, and by that he means the scripts. He says if they're trained right, they'll turn into a distraction for the jumbo puff. The best way to find scripts is to go talk to Moog. He knows the ins and outs of every breathing thing left alive after the apocalypse. Unfortunately, this means you'll have to venture farther out into the dead zone than Moog's camp on the steep depot. Once you find Moog, he'll be able to give you directions to where you'll find scripts. He noticed the jumbo puff has a short attention span, so the script should distract it long enough for you to inflict some damage. Grease Monkey's Mekton is built sturdy, just like himself. Can you imagine how this place used to look before the dead oil flood? Light is the best, period. Might want to hold your breath before you head any further. You're about to witness the breathtaking vistas of what's known as the Dead Zone. That over there is Steepo Depot, the cliffside that Moog hangs on to.
Botse. In mo. Diava. Wuksa u intapadang gal. Khalifaf Cairo.
This one's impressed to see you out here. He figured you'd be dead by now. Not
Dakadnio umumwaka.
says a monster hunter hears many things on the wind.
Wuksa u intapadang gali.
Moog says that all your power doesn't do you a bit of good if you're not willing to pull the trigger when the time comes.
La fea nuch.
Choosing what to kill and what to spare are the most important decisions you'll make.
Badya analove.
You might have a steady aim, but you need to be sure that you pick your targets with care.
Tarnianda kaguno. Lema padang wakumo nash vaya.
It's hard to make those life or death decisions for others, but someone's got to do it. Otherwise, they'll do it themselves, and you know they'll miss.
Uvuksu isqualia. Yoshkaba.
Claims he mostly kills whoever he doesn't like.
Vetse nyavaf. Como judo favazine.
Says it's wild that the world seems to be coming back, but he supposes that means more monsters for him to shoot.
Sem
Wonders why you work so hard to keep things alive. Bullets help thin the herd instead.
Eshkayamaku. Sem
Says you should give up on working with the stubborn myriad. He keeps trying to put out their lights and they keep putting up new ones.
Tudu Baba.
Says they keep the monsters away. He needs them closer, not farther.
Kumo uno shalafid.
But enough of that, right?
Why adfuno diabe? Kumo uno shalafid.
He says the wildlife, nature, has changed and turned against us. Instincts of survival took over when the world changed.
Mushtaq bala.
He's not sure about their veggie diet anymore, and if it's changed, who knows what it's done with the chemical composition of their body output.
Dre. Yada. Mashako hirsave.
Right now, though, he feels he's come to a point where he's got a pretty clear idea on the whereabouts of monsters, both tall and short. Says as big as they are, the world is bigger. To find where they are, you need to see where they've been.
Mansela fan.
Moog says you must learn to walk before you can run. It takes practice before you can call yourself a monster hunter.
Sarevanyat zab.
Fortunately for you, he can help. He understands you need to start off with something small before you go big.
Wa o waksu. Waksan makale zegi.
There's no better place to start than a squip cave. Hunting down a couple of these little critters for yourself should keep you on your toes.
Over bug bug ad.
Says you stick to the hunting and shots present themselves later. Let's see. Feel like a landed fish? You sound like one. Mount up. Wait, it's the scrip hole-up. Place is just filled with critters. Bullets everywhere. Put 'em in. Knock them high. Took care. That's just awful. Watch your step around here. Once the volatilization from the nuclear waste evaporated, a volatile gas rose through the soil and infested structures, even Toxanol's own buildings. So, in a way, they caused their own death. Don't flinch away from this. It's your moment. You need to focus. Oh, idea. Go knock the lid off that sludge truck. It'll fill the place up and you can get up to that entrance there. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Bristles like the hair of one electrified. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. Hold on. Just so eager to slice things up. Right out. Fasten that hatch and go Trumbull. In the old world, roads like this really led somewhere. Now, most of them lead to disaster. He says that's enough scripts to sustain the Mekton's claw crane cannon with infinite ammunition. Well done. It's not his cleanest invention so far, but it gets the job done. Use it to suck up gooey oil puddles in the Mekton's way so you can pass. Gizmo's made vehicles before to confront the Jumbo Puff himself, but failed. But this time, it's different. The Mekton will be strong enough to do the job. It's time to put a stop to the World Eater now. Otherwise, he fears the damage it's caused to the tree already will be too much to handle. He asks you to not even think about taking on the Jumbo Puff on foot. You'll need the Mekton to do the job. Take his word for it. There's time to improve the Mekton before you confront the Puff. There are more wreck boxes out in the dead zone with gear you should be able to equip the Mekton with on your own. He got the idea to build the Mekton when he found a big crate containing the metal frame for something Toxanol had named an exoskeleton. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Thinks Goop is just, you know, goofy. Wants you to know how great your father was. So kind and helpful, just like you. Says you should take it easy. Gizmo wants to help if he can. Says you should take care. When a story comes to you, pay attention. You could just go to a place like this to get a proper meal back in the old world. Kaboom! Fists of fury. Don't waste too much energy. There's a place and time for everything, but for that sick scenario, it's already come and gone. Bang, bang! Even the sound seems sharper here. Leave that scrap behind. Stomping time. You're injured. Right between the eyes. Looks like wholesome. A tidy little cave. Itchy trigger finger. These steel legs were made for walking. There are brakes if you want them. Enough of that. Finders keepers. ride like the wind. Shop, shop. That's one just over there. Go. Running low. Cutting edge. No hope of that with as little energy as you have. Itchy trigger finger. We've had better days. stuff. Chop it up. That's a good find. There's not much left of what we used to call our world. There's a serenity about this spot. It's a place for rest and It's time for an adventure, for good or bad. Punch, crunch. Getting out the tin can. Mount up. Bullets everywhere. Punch time. Keep on walking. All that exercise helps. That's a jumbo puff with an appetite. Ain't no fuzz. Better put an end to it before it ends our world. The jumbo puff is kicking it up a notch. It's time for an electric performance. Bad feeling about this. It goes all the way down to the stomach. start like a snack, and you'll end up with a ride down the intestinal canal. That's too close to the end station. Better move up and away, or be swept out the bowel way. Wow, what a super-sized wormwind. That must be as big as they come. You see, it's what's on the Taurus is pumping at half a beat. You know what to do. Who would have guessed it would go down with a throw-up? Can it really get any better than that? He thanks you for dealing with the first World Eater. It's a start. You should go see Out of Date and find out what you can about the machine he's named the Ark. You're good-hearted enough, so you'll have no problem getting him to share the information with you. He trusts you know where to find Out of Date by now. He's always been at the foot of the tree, and that hasn't changed.
Hugo,
Gizmo will always make time for you.
happy hap, Dopado,
With our help, the tree could live a lot longer.
Sanki Su, Diladu,
If you don't want to die when the world ends,
Threeska, Dalita,
wishes you goodbye.
Hey,
Gizmo will always make time.
Bingo,
Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. Good ridey beast, no hurty. Disgusting. Biohazard. Just gross. That's an intact plant hut over there. Wonder what's growing in it. Everything is at stake. See that e-waste? Always handy. There's a monolith right there. Keep your eyes out for Nono. You got it dialed in. See where that light leads? Let's see.
Orakta no saka.
Says they've been waiting for you to...
Woprik in flau zimunta.
Just keep going while you can and don't stop until all outposts are under your control.
Woprik in flau zimunta.
Says scouts spotted a moth nest close to the outpost. If you destroy that, the moths should infest the place, looking for a new home.
La utu.
That's the idea. If everything works out as planned, the moths should cause a buzzing tumult. Just get to it and destroy it. You've used up all your key energy. Just stay down. Now you can focus. That one wasn't so smart. For being cut off from the surface, this isn't too bad. Right where it cuts. Nice work. No more moth's nest. There go the moths toward the outpost. They're good and mad. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. He says you did a great job capturing the rival's second outpost. You've earned the privilege of wearing the tribe's colors. Believes you'll make them all proud, too. Sure is. You're in charge of that mount. Act like it. See that e-waste? You could use that for sure. rudder scrap over there just right for the taking. We're all heroes of our own stories, or so we hope. Finders keepers. Earth outpost. The Jagni tribe claimed this forever. There's the tyrant who runs this outpost. He didn't expect his tribe to lose, as they're the ones that are ruthless. But now that you're working with their rival, he can see why. There's no way he'll surrender just because of threats. He can recognize the strength of a good argument and agrees it's for the best. He'll surrender the outpost to you. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. Thinks you did a great job capturing the rival's third outpost, and believes the rival is weak enough to engage them at their fort. Says it will be a relief to finally have it over. Let's see.